Hi. I would say my screen's black. Okay, so we're gonna hold on. Yes. Thank you. Yep. Technical difficulties. We're not on the air.
Okay.
It did.
It did?
Yeah. I don't know why.
Is it actually wired to something in the wall?
Bluetooth.
Oh, okay.
We ran out of batteries.
In the last town Wendy and I worked in, the guy bought one. I was so angry, but it became like the best thing that we got ever purchased. In the He's like, I want this. I'm like, no.
Oh, I see a video.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, we're on.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for bearing with us with those technical difficulties. I'd like to welcome you to the regular session of the Town Council, January 21st, 2026. And we will start, as always, with the Pledge of Allegiance. Everyone please rise. And Councilor Eagleson, would you please lead us?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. And we will begin with roll call. All councilors are present except for Councilor Katana Conley, who had a matter to deal with and won't be here. It is excused from the night. I would now like to, I'll open it up to public forum. This is the time for residents and property owners to speak on items on tonight's agenda or matters pertaining to the business of the council. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes and the public forum is limited to 15 minutes total. Please state your name and your address for the record and direct all comments to the chair and council as a body. Please note this is not a dialogue and the council will not be responding this evening. When 15 minutes is elapsed, the public forum will be closed. Okay. Seeing no speakers, public forum has closed. We will now move on to the public hearing pursuant to RSA 33:8-AI. The public hearing to answer the question and take input from the public on each of the following proposed bonds and articles to be voted upon by the voters at the upcoming annual meeting. The first is the proposed borrowing of $160,000 to finance the water system improvements and to improve the compliance with the federal lead and copper rule. We will now open the public hearing in pursuant to public hearing for that. Is there anyone here who wishes to speak on it? Seeing no further comment, we will close the public hearing. Okay, we will now open a different public hearing pursuant to RSA 33-8-A to answer the question and take input from the public. Proposed borrowing on $1,440,000 to finance the design and construction of a stormwater system improvements along Cushing Road and Lubberland Drive. Warrant article to be voted on at the upcoming annual meeting.
Need to state their name and address.
Yes, please state your name and address.
Hi, I'm Ellen Snyder, 26 Johnson Drive, Newmarket. I wanted to speak in favor of this warrant article that will help fund a stormwater project in the Moody Point neighborhood. I think this project helps to protect Great Bay by reducing runoff of pollutants and sediments from a stretch of road that is close to Great Bay. And it's what I like to call ruggedizing our community. It helps us improve the issue that's at hand, but also helps us against future uncertainties, storm events, weather uncertainties, as well as unknown future funding from federal and state partners. And also, as we delay projects like this, I think the costs increase and we end up paying more to fix the problems later. So even though I live at the completely other side of Newmarket from this project, I think it's a benefit to our community and a good investment, and I think it will make us more healthier and more sustainable. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Are there any more comments on this and on this particular thing? Okay. So seeing no further comment, the public hearing is now closed. Next, we will move for the town council to accept minutes for January 7th, 2026. Is there a motion to accept the minutes?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay. Are there any correction or amendments? Okay. See, you're hearing none. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Oh, sorry. Roll call. Sorry. It says here. It says I'm sorry. I'm standing in. There's a little sheet, and I am
That's my
following.
fault.
Anyway, could you please call the roll?
Councilor Blaisberg.
Aye.
Councilor Lamatina.
Aye.
Councilor Dornblue.
Aye.
Councilor Eagleson.
Aye.
Councilor Blackstone.
Aye.
Councilor Ward.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay. Next is the town council to consider nominations, appointments, elections, and resignations. First, we have George Anderson, resignation as an alternate member of the Conservation Commission. Is there a motion to accept the resignation of George Anderson as an alternate member of the Conservation Commission?
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay. All right. All right. Is there any any discussion on George Anderson's resignation? All right. Will you please call the roll?
Councilor Blaisberg.
Aye.
Councilor Lamatina.
Aye.
Councilor Dornblue.
Aye.
Councilor Eagleson.
Aye.
Councilor Blackstone.
Aye.
Councilor Ward.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay. Next item of business, George Anderson, appointment as a full member to the Conservation Commission with term expiration in April of 2028. Is there a motion for this appointment?
So moved.
I think Councilor Dornblue did first, and Lamatina did. Okay. All right. Is there any comment or discussion about this? Oh,
I know Mr. Anderson, I think just make a great member of the Conservation Commission. He's already on it.
okay. Hearing no other discussion, would you please call the roll?
Councilor Blaisberg.
Aye.
Councilor Lamatina.
Aye.
Councilor Dornblue.
Aye.
Councilor Eagleson.
Aye.
Councilor Blackstone.
Aye.
Councilor Ward.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
All right. Next, we have the report of the town manager.
Thank you, Mr. Vice Chair. First item on my written report is that just an update on the fiscal year, December 2025 fiscal financial update. So fiscal year 26, total operating expenditures across all funds, we've expended little under $9.2 million, leaving a balance of little under 9.4, which is at 49% of the total adjusted budget. This is normal for this point in time, halfway through the year. The general fund expended 53%. The high ones are mainly because of front loading. IT has spent 82% of its budget due to contractual obligation and licensing costs, and assessing is at 92% because of contracted assessing services. Revenues are on board. We've collected, as of right now, 89% of revenues. Why? Because you collect the June tax bills. A lot of it comes in July, so we have extra revenue at the beginning of the year. So right now we've collected $39,334,780 of the total adopted revenue budget of $44 million. Like I said, this is consistent where we are. We are continue monitoring some of our charges for services, building permits, those kind of items. We are seeing a softening there. Talking to other municipalities, they are as well, which means softening in the economy. People aren't doing renovations, we're doing more construction. So that's a big red flag if we see that get worse. Other than that, the budget seems to be doing well at this point in time. To segue into the next Saturday, January 31st at 9 a.m. at the high school. We have deliberative session, or the first session of the town meeting. Councilors are encouraged. It's not a councilors meeting, but we do like to have all the councilors there if can be, as well as the budget committee. It's just deliberative session. So I do have the warrant for the council's signature tonight, including the charter amendments. And if you haven't seen it, we have created a web page to have all this information on the town website, including job descriptions for the elected officials, because the filing period for that opened today and will close next Friday. There is a special office hours next Friday from 3 to 5, so people can file on the last day as well. Just in my unwritten report, I did email the council a letter that I sent to the Attorney General's office. The town clerk received an email from the Attorney General's office requesting, pursuant to RSA 21I-116, to complete and submit a certification form affirming review of all contracts for any DEI-related provisions. That's a new law that was passed by the legislature last year. However, in the meantime, but after that was this past October, the United States District Court for New Hampshire, in the case of the NEA, New Hampshire versus the New Hampshire Attorney General, put a preliminary injunction on doing any of this. So I wrote a letter back just asking what legal authority do they have at this point, as well as any consequences for non-compliance. Just, if there's two branches of government not agreeing, I just want to make sure we're doing what's correct, but what's legal. And that's all I have tonight. Mr.
Okay.
Vice Chair.
All right. Is there any question? Councilor
Can I ask
Lamatino.
a budget question?
Sure.
I saw an article that the state is saying that they've increased the rooms and meals tax payments to the cities and towns. Is that true, or is it also true that even though they may have increased what they're paying, they're still not paying what they're supposed to pay?
Second part. Yes.
Okay, they're not paying what they're supposed
No.
to pay. They may have increased it a
Correct.
little bit.
They always say they're supposed to be paying a lot more. Room and meals tax was one of those taxes, as well as what they call revenue sharing. Whereas, back in 50 years ago, municipalities had more ways to raise taxes, and they also had the state income tax and other taxes, and we always got a share of that. Well, when they got rid of that, they said, okay, we're going to give you, I believe it's 40% of all of our room and meals tax revenue, since we're taking away that one. Plus, we're going to give you something called revenue sharing. I don't remember the percentage, but we're not even close to 40.
Yeah.
And they got rid of revenue sharing completely. That's been gone for 10, 15 years. So, that's a good segue into something else. Does everybody get the New Hampshire Municipal Association Legislative Bulletin email weekly?
Yes.
I would highly recommend monitoring that and assisting by, you can testify on bills remotely now. And there are some interesting ones coming up. Like there was one, last week the House defeated the bill to not allow advocacy for municipal government officials. So I couldn't go to testify on a bill or discuss anything. We also have mandatory tax caps that are going to be coming forward that would just eviscerate the town, as well as some of the other items such as the way you determine default budgets. But it's just one of those, every year you always get a bunch, because New Hampshire does have a rule that you can't stop a bill from being introduced. So everybody's bill gets to be introduced. But you always want to make sure that something doesn't get too far down the road either. So if anybody could, I try to write letters to our legislative delegation whenever there's a bill that's especially of importance to the Newmarket. But if any assistance from the council would be great as well. But yes, there's a lot of bills out there, as well as cutting of funding for us and limiting our ways to fund things. There's actually a bill that does not allow municipalities to have to issue bonds anymore. We don't know what we would do, because that means we would have to pay cash for everything. So that'd be interesting.
Okay, thank you. That was.
Yeah.
All right. Councilor Eagleson.
I have two things. One, if anyone needs help with figuring out how to sign in online for bills, let me know. I have an actual guide that I created for work I can send you guys. Two, Steve, you said that you noticed a softening in the economy. Is this something you guys saw, like a long-term softening, or just something that's starting?
I would say about a year or so ago, we noticed the building permits getting a little softer, but then it picked actually back up. But now we're seeing it again. The place we're not seeing it, but I'd be interested in 6 months. The other thing we look at is motor vehicle registrations. And if people are buying new motor vehicles versus used motor vehicles, our registration fees collections go up versus, staying stable or even dropping. So those are the two big things I always look at to see where we are with the economy locally and what people can afford.
So thank you.
Yep.
All right. Councilor Blackstone.
Yeah, I've mentioned this before, but I will say it again. I think it's important that you let your staff know that these reports are widely read by a lot of people, right?
Yeah.
So when you use things like SCRT, IDDE, SWPPP, and you don't say what they are,
Yeah.
I
completely, yeah.
you have to go look them up, right? I don't know what those things are,
Yeah.
right? I had to look them up. And, I did see in some instances, they use an acronym and they said what it was,
Yeah.
right? And that's just, I think, good practice.
Yeah.
All right. Was there any other comments on the town manager report? Okay. Next is the department reports for December 2025. There were any comments on the department reports?
So we discussed this a little bit earlier. There's a lot of reports about fraud in the community, and I would just say to anybody, if there's any doubt about anything, give the police department a call. I'm sure they'll gladly help you out. And it's
Yeah.
surprising how much fraud is still going on and how much money is involved in Newmarket.
Yeah. Yep. I will clarify that most of the fraud was online, just so people don't think people in town are. But no, you're making a good point. But to the people home, be very careful of online scams. Microsoft calling you and saying, "Oh, you owe us X amount of dollars." Honestly, there's a lot of resources online you can check for how to spot scams. But best case scenario, the best thing to do if you're truly not sure is to just find out what their actual place's phone number is or identify them that way and contact them that way. So, but yes.
Yeah, do not send money.
No. If they ask you for gift cards, that is a scam off the bat. Just kill. Yeah, no one legitimately will ask you for gift cards or Bitcoin. That's yeah. Anyway, moving on to committee reports. Do we have any committee reports this evening? Councilor Medina.
Okay, a couple of them. Riverfront Advisory. So we'll be coming to the town council with one or two resolutions. One is we're looking to expand the makeup of the committee. Right now it's composed of 3 members at large, and one from the town council, one from the Conservation Commission. Sam Kenny, who's our current chair, is the Conservation Commission appointee to the committee, but he's no longer on the Conservation Committee. So he would like to continue with the committee as a member at large, and we've had some increase from other people that would like to join that committee. So we're going to be coming to the council probably to expand the number of people on that committee. The second part is technically it's an ad hoc committee with supposed to sunset at some point in time. So we're going to be coming to the council. We would like to become a full standing committee at some point in time. Continue work about the Creighton Street property, Moonlight Brook, and expansion of Shanda Park. So we'd like to continue that work. So, energy and environment. We had a meeting last week, a group net metering 101 presentation from Community Power, and we're looking to maybe do something with group net metering towards the end of the year with Community Power. We're looking at that right now. We're working with the town engineer, Lindsay Butler. She's a very nice lady. We've identified 5 places in Newmarket where we may be able to add some solar. Lindsay is working with a company called SoulSmart. They've agreed to do initial feasibility studies on the 5 places, and it's a $20,000 to $30,000 value that they're going to do for nothing. Right? Do I have that right?
Okay. All right, any more committee reports? Yeah.
Thank you. The Transportation Committee met last week and began a review of, staff developed a road classification that we are reviewing to see what we will pass on to the planning board for recommendation to be adopted into site plan and subdivision regulations. And as well, we are reviewing an RFP that the town planner is hoping to issue by the end of this month for branding and signage. And we began a draft goal document, annual goals for the committee was distributed that we are also reviewing and will be finalizing hopefully at our next meeting. And I'll be sure to share those goals with the council at that point.
Okay, anyone else? Okay, and then I will go. On the 8th, the Conservation Commission met. Ellen Snyder was made chair after Chris Blackstone had to step away from the position. There was a discussion on the future of Shanda Park, whether it should remain in Conservation and Commission hands, or should be, or some of that power should be given to the Recreation Department, with Conservation Commission having more of an advisory role to it, which we were going to revisit in March. We are all discussions of Turtle Fest. I believe we are looking at blue for the shirts this year. Yep, the exact state. If you can see her Carolina blue. And okay, so on the 12th, the Budget Committee met to vote on recommendations for all town and school warrant articles, and there was each and every school and town article was unanimously recommended by the budget. By the Budget Council. You can see those warrant articles on the town website. And on the 14th, there was the meeting of 300th, where we are looking into ideas for the parade. We originally had some ideas for a very large and extravagant parade, but right now we made a smaller subcommittee to look at, what can we do with the time and the money we have. And we also did some more division of work for our planning the July Independence event, and we also, I believe, we're also underwriting the library mural. Is it the Art Acts, the tile project, correct? Yeah, underwriting 50 tiles for that. So we will be 300 will be purchasing 50. The 300 will be purchasing 50 tiles for this project. I can talk. And that is the last from me, since no one's going to stop me. Okay, moving on.
Only your morals, right?
All right, next we have resolutions and ordinances in the second reading. The first we have is Resolution 2025-2026-29, Wastewater Collection System Improvements. Is there a motion on the resolution?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, do I have a second? And a second. Okay.
Hey, thanks for having me tonight. So, as some of you may remember, this project's been going on for a while. It all started with a $100,000 grant that we got to look at our wastewater collection system, all our gravity mains. We cambered approximately 50,000 linear feet. From that, we determined that there was quite a few defects that need to be repaired. We then went to town vote. The town voted to approve a $1.75 million bond for this. We went and applied for SRF loan through the SRF program. We received a $1.75 million loan grant, which is, if we spend the total amount, it comes out to $612,000 grant. We have gone out to bid for this. We had to do the bid in two pieces. The reason is the people that line the pipe only line pipe, and the people that do the excavation work only do the excavation work. So the low bidder for the lining was National Water Main at approximately $1.168 million. And then the lowest bid was North End Grenese and Sons at $537,000 for the excavation work. And as part of the excavation work, we actually included, we have a problem on 108 with a restriction, a few hundred feet of pipe, where in between two 12-inch pieces of pipe is a 6-inch piece of pipe that we need to replace, which will make the wastewater go better there, plus it'll expand so farther out could be expanded. So, and then the last piece, because it's a SRF project, is we have Underwood Engineers, $112,000 to do the engineering and oversight and work with the state on that piece. So what I'm here for you tonight is to approve the town manager to enter into agreements with National Water Main and Grenese and Sons and Underwood Engineers. And on the resolution, I have the breakdown of the budget and where the funds are coming from.
Okay. All right. Are there any questions from the councilors? Oh, Councilor Dornblut.
Thank you. So you said that we'd be taking, or we're receiving 1.75 million through the state revolving loan.
Yes.
And it includes loan forgiveness that would leave us with a bill of 612,000. Is that correct? Did I understand that
No.
correctly?
The forgiveness on it is 612,000.
I see.
So 1.75 million minus the 612,000.
Gotcha. Okay.
And we'd have to pay that off.
Right.
And I believe the rate's now around 2.7% in that range.
Okay. So it's 1.2 million essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question.
Okay. Councilor Blackstone.
50,000 feet represents what fraction of the water? I mean, is that close to everything? It was 10 miles. It sounds like a lot.
There's roughly 26 miles,
Oh, okay.
but that 50,000 linear feet represent everything that's not plastic. And plastic is the most current pipe.
Oh, okay.
So it's
All the old stuff,
pipe, yes. Yep.
All right. Any other question? All right. Seeing no other question or discussion, could we please call the roll?
Council Blaisdell?
Aye.
Council Lamatina?
Aye.
Council Dornbluth?
Aye.
Council Wilson?
Aye.
Council Blackstone?
Aye.
Council Ward?
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay. Our second resolution in the second reading, Resolution 2025-2026-31, Newmarket Community Power, Electric Aggregation Plan and Amendment, December 2025, New Customer Enrollment Policy. Is there a motion on the resolution?
I'll make that motion.
And do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay. All right. Now, opening it up for discussion.
I guess I'll talk to this.
Yeah.
So we have this thing called the EAP. It's the Electric Aggregation Plan. And it describes how the Newmarket Community Power will operate. And in the plan, it talks about customer enrollment or new customer enrollment. And the way it's set up right now is Community Power Coalition can do a new customer enrollment at any time of their choosing, technically, and we don't really have a say in it. So this amendment adds language into the plan that basically says, if there's a 2-cent difference between our rate and Eversource's rate, we have the option to hold off on that new customer enrollment. Okay. So that's what this amendment is about. Just gives us an option to, not participate in an enrollment if there's a big spread in the rates.
Okay. Any other comments or Councilor Eagleson?
I just have a question. Why was 2 cents chosen?
It's just, we had looked at doing a percentage, okay, and doing a percentage at, like, on the rates, like sometimes, under 10 cents or between 10 cents and 20 cents, and so doing a percentage didn't really make a whole lot of sense. So 2 cents, it was a nice, easy number, and it not only, it's consistent, or Newmarket would do it, but all the other communities would have the same language, so it would be, simple for Community Power to execute.
Awesome. Thank you.
Anyone else? I'll just briefly say that I approve of anything that gives customers, more power or to, make their choices. I think Newmarket Community Power is a great organization, but I also understand that, not everybody may not, and let it be, and it's good that it's a choice for everybody, and it is very much a choice for everybody, so. All right, if there is no other discussion, could you please call the roll?
Council Blaisberg.
Aye.
Council Lamatina.
Aye.
Council Dornblue.
Aye.
Council Eagleson.
Aye.
Council Blackstone.
Aye.
Council Ward.
Aye.
Motion passes 6-0.
Okay, we now move on to new business and correspondence. Is there any correspondence to the town?
Yes.
Yes.
I meant to do this in my report, and I guess it's correspondence. Been so busy trying to get ready for delivery session. Last week I received a phone call from Congressman Chris Pappas. He informed us that we would be receiving $1 million for the Bryant Rock project. Sean, you look like you're confused. Right, Bay Road project, sorry. Why did I say that? Because he was asking me to.
Yeah.
But yes, we are receiving $1 million.
Oh, so it went through.
Yeah, Sean was asking me about the paperwork, and I said, the two of us don't get the details like that. We'll receive that information later. We just know that we did receive it. So I want to thank Congressman Pappas and his office for all the work they did for that.
All right. That is a good note. Is there anyone else? That's a good note. All I will just say is that just remind everyone that it's going to be a very big snowstorm this weekend. So just
Cold too. That's what we're.
Go ahead.
That's we're trying to get PR things out there about the sub-zero temperatures. Pipes. Make sure your pipes are covered. Make sure all your windows are closed in the basement. If you limit time outside. Yep.
Do we have warming centers? Any information on it?
If we need to, we can open one up. Usually, if the police department receives a request, we'll handle that. We do that and also do cooling in the summer. But the library is always a great place to go to during the day as well.
And Councilor Eagleson and Blackstone.
I just wanted to express I don't know. We're sad to see Chessie York leaving. I mean, she really has been integrating herself into the community. I've seen her around a lot. She's been, dealing with a lot of stuff. It's too bad. And then half the rec department is leaving, and that, both Alyssa and Mike, I can tell you personally, the kids love those guys, and they're going to be great teachers, and that'll be a big contribution. But it's a huge loss for the rec center, and I wish them well in the future.
Okay. And now, Councilor Eagleson.
I just wanted to let everyone know that the Secretary of State recently announced that towns are going to start getting the new accessible voting machines soon.
Mm-hmm.
The Omni ballot tablet was chosen, which I did get to try out in November, I think it was, at an event that they had, and it was much better than the one we currently have.
Okay. All right. Any last call for comment or discussion? All right. Seeing none, I will consider the meeting adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
So, Sean, you're going to get free chicken nuggets now, right?